Hey, good morning internet. Yeah, I tell you what, how quick the weather changes. I've got socks on today. It's really cold and horrible compared to what it has been. Anyway, today's the first day of my 2 weeks off from my part-time job at the law firm. So I'm really pleased to be getting a break from it and being able to focus on other stuff. Anyway, so I've got a day today in the garage. It's a bit of a spare day really, and I thought, why not get back onto the French D1 that I created for, and as I've done nothing with it really for ages, and see if we can't get it going. One of the comments that I had after the first video, and I really always appreciate the comments. I read everything. I get emails and everything, and I read the lot. And one of the comments that I got was about I'd got it spinning over when I shorted out the starter solenoid, and I don't think there was any power going up to the start button, which, if you remember off the Z550, was exactly the same sort of issue. Anyway, somebody said, don't think that you've definitely got power going to the coils just because you've got it spinning over. So anyway, I bought a new tester a while back, and I thought, well, I'll have a bit of a go with that. So plan for today really is get the exhaust on, because I put a set of exhaust studs in it. So we'll put the chrome motard on it and reconnect the throttle cables and what have you, and we'll work through the electrics just to see if we can get a spark and see if we can't get it going. I just want to make sure that the engine's all right before I start stripping it down. Otherwise I'm going to have to try and source an engine or get it repaired, or consider whether I repair it myself. So I just want to sort of tick it off before we start pulling everything apart. Anyway, so that's the plan. I don't know how far we'll get. We'll have a bit of a go, and let's see how far we get. Yeah, so unfortunately, Mrs. Rideable Classics is completely immobile in bed with a herniated disc, which is a repeat problem, and it's sort of scuppered any initial plans we might have because she can't really move. But not to worry. I guess what I should have been doing, or what we should have been doing with this 2 weeks, is going and seeing my lovely sister and superb brother-in-law in sunny California, and enjoying some tremendously fun trail riding in the desert. I mean, how good does that sound? A bit nicer than wet Wales. However, our recent ride out was really good, and we got brilliant weather. So yeah, right, onwards with the bike. Let's get it, see if we can't get it going. Just thought it was worth stopping at this juncture because, having removed a few of the little panels there, you can see what good condition the frame's in really. I don't know whether that's been painted again, but you got a bit of surface rust up here on the back and around by some of the mounting brackets, but I mean generally that looks in super condition, doesn't it? Brings into question the painting again. So, you change your mind as you're going along, don't you? I just thought, rather than sticking the exhaust on now, let's just see if we can't get some feeds to the plugs, see if we can get a spark, before we go to the trouble of putting the exhaust on. So I think we'll work on the electrics a bit first. I've got a fully charged battery ready to pop on, and we'll just work through a few of those connections and just see if we can't maybe get the starter button working, and see if we've got a feed to the coils and what have you. So yeah, let's just work our way through it first. So at this stage, the sum total of what works the right indicator is reportedly flashing, and now they're all flashing, but then there's a right rear only. So yeah, there's some issues in there. Oi, we've got a brake light. I haven't got a rear brake light switch, so yeah, okay, let's just work through it. You know, I was going to go, oh wow, yeah, look, you can see somebody's messed with the wiring, but you know, the bike's 40 years old. I'd be really surprised if somebody hadn't messed with any of the wiring and it was all completely standard. So as you can see, somebody's had a right old jobbo in here. There is insulation tape galore, a few one label, and nothing else. So this is probably why most of the electrics aren't working. It might well end up being another job for my friend Tom down at TT Motorcycles, but we'll see. We'll just see if I can work through some of the electrics first, and then we'll go from there. Bike was just getting a bit twitchy on the paddock stand there, so I thought it was going to go, but it seems okay now. So yeah, let's just see what we can find. Who am I kidding? This ain't going back together again, running or not. And by that I mean, you know, it was always my intention, as I said earlier, just to get the exhaust on, do a bit of wiring, see if the engine will run, but I think we're a bit beyond that already. I mean, looking at the state of the wiring, it's shocking. I mean, just look at some of this stuff in here. I mean, look at this. I mean, you know what? I could be accused of bodging stuff sometimes, but I mean, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. What is that there? I mean, it's hardly surprising the bike won't run. It's just a shocking mess. So I'm just going to have to start stripping it down, I think, and or certainly the wiring, and we'll just see where we go with it, really. I imagine this was taken. This is the reason it was taken off the road. I can't imagine it was running at all. I mean, we've got some random electrics working. I'm still going to try and work my way through it, and see if we can't get an ignition light and maybe some feed to the coils. But in all honesty, I mean, I may as well just start stripping it down. I've already allocated a parts shelf, so yeah. I mean, I don't even know how worthwhile it is trying to label up some of these wires, because they're all over the place. I mean, I suppose I've got my finished D1, which I can use to compare the wiring to. Not that I want to take the headlamp off, really, and look in, see what sort of state that's in. But, you've got yellow wires going to red wires to brown wires. It just doesn't seem to make much sense at all. I don't know. What I'll try and do is I want to get the headlamp cowl off, the bucket. So I'll try and remove that. And the wires go through the back of the bucket, obviously. So I can't just pull the bucket off. I've got to disconnect them. So what I'll try and do is disconnect and reconnect them outside of the back of the headlamp bucket. And then we'll just work through it that way for the time being. I appreciate it's all going to have to come off because it's in a complete mess, and I think it's definitely, well, I say definitely, but I think it is probably going to end up down at Tom's for him to try and sort this one out for me as well. So I can get all of the body work and stuff done in the meantime. But okay, let's carry on and see where we get to. Okay, now I sound like I'm whining, and I'm not. But I'm not very good with electrics. But I mean, these can't be right. This can't be right. I mean, this feed here, I reckon that should be for an indicator. And so we've got a black and a yellow wire, and it's one of these awful Scotch, no, it's not Scotch, like whatever they are, crimped on bullet connector going into a red and a black wire. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's supposed to be like that, is it? Really? Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, okay. So I guess we've got a better idea of the size of the job at hand, really. It's going to have to be done, isn't it? The electrics are absolutely shocking. I mean, I thought the Z550 was bad, but I mean, that didn't, you know, it couldn't hold a torch to this really. I mean, I think whoever repairs or tries to repair their motorcycle like this should have their motorcycle taken off them really, you know. They should not be allowed anywhere near them ever again, because it's just terrible. You can't just twist wires together and shove a bit of tape on them and expect it to be alright. So, I mean, I don't know how long ago it was done, but, you know, whatever. I have got one thing I could use, which is a bike cover, and I could put the bike cover over the bike in its entirety and then shove it up the corner and then forget about it for a while. But I don't really think that'll help either. I think we're abandoning the idea of trying to get it running at the moment, and yeah, we're just going to have to concentrate on this, or come to a quite quick decision that I'm not up to this task, and ship the bike over to Tom again, and you know, leave it with him for him to sort it out. Okay, so hey ho, it's what it is. It is what it is. It's a 40-odd-year-old bike, and it needs a lot of love and attention. So that's going to be it for now, because I've got some other stuff I'm going to need to go and do. But yeah, so I think this is going to really be the start of the project going forward. So okay, thank you for sticking with me. If you've got any tips, any suggestions on what to do with this old D1, then you know, do drop them in the comments below. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please do click the like button and hit subscribe. It really does help the channel. I mean, I'm really staggered at the amount of views that the special video that we did last week, where we went on the adventure ride with Bob Dixon. How many views that's had is just incredible, really, in such a short space of time. But yeah, so okay, so this is obviously the next project, and let's see how we get on with the wiring next time. Okay, thanks for sticking with me.